here, and in today's video we're checking out Hover from Archaea Modular Synthesis. Hover is an analog beam controller similar in concept to the D-beam feature found in many Roland synthesizers, and the way it works is vertical hand movements are measured with an infrared beam which is then converted into CV and gate signals. So not only is this incredibly fun and powerful, it also makes you extremely cool because you can do things like this. So the plan today is to give an overview of the module, and then we'll look at some different ways we can use this in our patches. If that sounds good, then please stick around. Also, please do subscribe if you're not already. I recently noticed that nearly 55% of my viewers are not subscribed, and it's totally free to do, so if you could subscribe then I would really appreciate that. Yeah, let's dive in to the video. Okay, so let's take a closer look at Hover, and also please do forgive me for shoving my hand in your face for this portion of the video. So I've got quite a basic sequence running into the Archaea Loki, which is a fully analog standalone complete monosynth, and I'm using the CV output to modulate the filter cutoff. And we have a few different modes on the front panel here. First one is called toggle. Basically you can toggle it on, and then when you switch it off it will sort of save the last state, if that makes sense. And a cool trick here, if you want to know what your last hand position was, then you can move your hand until the light turns amber, which means you can then pick up where you left off. Next we have hold, and this one allows you to hold down the button. And actually I've got this running into a multiple here. I'm gonna patch it into the both input on maths to get some sort of more extreme sounds. Hear how it holds the last position. The next one is called zero, and this one's cool because it allows you to sort of set a foundational sound, and it will always return to that sound when you let go of the button. Next we have kind of sample and hold here. I'm going to patch this in again. Kind of saves the last hand position and just holds that. Then we have loop. That's us recording now. And I haven't figured out how long the loop is, but it seems to be pretty long. And we can actually speed up this loop and slow it down. And in all of these modes we can actually invert the CV. So if we go and record another loop, take a look at the gates, I'm just going to take the inverted CV off and we'll go to 0. And I have the gate here triggering channel 1 of maths, which is modulating the dual dagger stereo filter, which is processing the Oscar tria, and it's playing a chord progression. And I'm gonna trigger, oh, I need to patch it in first. I'm gonna trigger the filter envelope using the gate. And the cool thing about this is actually you can use the gate without having to hold down the button here, or you could turn the gate off and have just the CV, or you could have them both together. Final thing I want to mention is we can actually invert the gate as well, so we could have external gates triggering the button. So yeah, I haven't even decided what I'm going to do for the rest of the video, but I can tell you I'm very excited. And ideas are tumbling around my head like shoes in a washing machine. So for this patch, I decided to use the 4MS Ensemble Oscillator for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it has so many modulatable inputs, and secondly because the spread and the root parameter actually move through the sort of chord inversions in a very musical way. So you can apply pitch modulation but stay within the same chord. Let's stop the sequence here and we'll have a listen to just the Ensemble Oscillator. We can actually get a more intense sound if we change the cross FM to the up position. Oh, that never gets tired. But in the jam, I was mostly using it in a more kind of subtle way. bringing in these little bursts. One of my favourite ways to use this is just very subtle and dynamic modulation. This jam, I'm using hover to control the dry wet on several effects simultaneously. So I've got the Monumatic from Nebula here, which is the synth that I'm using for this jam. It's going into the Echo Cinematic, then the Qubit Nautilus, and then Clouds, and the effects and the effects head. So a bunch of effects here, and I've got hover going into a multiple, which is, as I mentioned earlier, it's modulating the dry wet of the effects, so we can get these really dynamic swells, much in the way that a conductor might do with an orchestra. Of course, we can go fully wet with that. really love how dynamic you can be with this. This final jam, I have the hover going into the disting NT, and I'm using the quantize algorithm to control plats. I did try at first to do it without a quantizer to sort of create a theremin kind of thing, but it was really quite difficult to be able to create melodies. I think with practice you could do it. I'm sure playing the theremin's not easy either, but using the quantizer is just so much fun. I just love it. So yeah, to summarize on Hover, I think it's one of the most fun modules I've used in quite a long time. And as soon as you get your head around how it works, you instantly just have tons of ideas of what can it modulate. So yeah, if you're looking for something very fun and immediate, and I was going to say hands-on, but it's kind of hands-off in a way. It's hands in the air. If you want to throw your hands in the air, then this is a module for you. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please leave a like and a comment if you have, and if you'd like to help support the channel, then I do have a Patreon account where I upload extra videos as well as sample packs and preset packs. You can also grab them on my online store. I have a couple of cassettes for sale. You can pick these up on Bandcamp, and there are some affiliate links as well. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again soon. Take care.